Hello and welcome to another devlog for Let There Be Light. This week is all about the up attack, and it's already Tuesday at 8:40, so I have been procrastinating this week. And that's not just because I really don't want to keep drawing, because that is my least favorite part of development, but it was more so because I wasn't too sure what to do for the up attack. And I don't just mean I couldn't come up with any ideas for an animation. I mean, there's only so many ways you can swing a sword upwards. But when I was imagining these up attacks and the way the enemy reacts to them, I'm seeing a lot of Smash Bros-like physics. Because that's the fighting game that I have the most experience with. And it's where inspiration for some of these attacks have come from. But Let There Be Light's physics are nothing like Smash Bros physics. So that would never work. And then I started thinking, do I want Smash Bros like physics? Do I want to be able to do freeform combos like Smash Bros with very floaty characters? And from there, my mind kind of went crazy with all the ways my game needed to change to make that happen. But then, as I was trying to explain this to you guys, I remembered the game Hollow Knight. I actually started playing Hollow Knight because I was looking for inspirations for attacks for this game and a combat system, and that's when I decided that a attack in each direction would work fine for a platformer. But that was also long ago that I had totally forgotten that Hollow Knight was even a part of this. And I didn't play that game much at all when I checked it out. I thought it was awesome, I just never got around to finishing it. But I might have to play some Hollow Knight to my agenda this week. I do want to take a closer look at how Hollow Knight deals with knockback, and a closer look at all of its attacks. But anyway, yeah, I do have an idea for an animation, at least, so I can get started on that. And that is going to be the first thing on my agenda for this video, but it is pretty late tonight, so I think I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night, and I'll get started on this tomorrow morning. Alright, so the up attack is complete. It's in the game and it works and it looks okay. I'm definitely not unhappy with how it looks. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just an upward sword swing. Maybe I should give myself a little bit more credit because drawing it was a little bit challenging just because there was that perspective change. Instead of drawing him from the side like I am in almost every other animation, now he's facing the camera, he's doing this. At least that's what it's supposed to look like he's doing. My limited background in art definitely makes the changing of perspective a hard thing for me to draw. I kind of surprised myself though because I think I did a good job of drawing him in a new perspective. Fortunately, the animation itself was pretty easy because once I got the different perspective down, the only thing moving really was his arm. His legs didn't move, his other arm barely moved, and really all I did was rotate the left arm, so I didn't have to redraw it very many times. So drawing all of the frames really only took me about 2 to 2.5-ish hours, but I procrastinated a lot this week, so I didn't end up getting the animation into the game until today. But there were no complications there whatsoever. Because of all of the changes I had to make last week, putting in a new attack is pretty smooth, so that's very nice. I think implementing the next attack will be pretty easy too. Drawing it might be a little tougher, but as for hooking it up to my player controller, I think that should be pretty smooth. Where I'm a little worried about is when we get to the air attacks. There's a couple things that I think are going to look weird there, but I guess we'll tackle those when we get to them. But there's really not a lot more to say about the attack. Like I said, it's pretty simple. So yeah, next week we're going to be moving on to the down attack, and that's the last attack for ground attacks. So that's pretty exciting. This moveset's almost about halfway done. We might already be there because there's not going to be any kind of combo attacks in the air. I know this was a little bit of a shorter video this week, but that's all I've got for you, so I'll catch you in the next one.